There's also there's always places. There's always the people that are the vendors that are usually there that I always stop and see. Regulars. I always check to make sure that they're there. So I make sure, I'll ask them on Facebook or something, you going to be at Wizard World? And they'll be like, yeah, we'll be there. And I'll like, good, I'll stop by and say hi and see what you got. The one place that they're usually there, they're there and at Wizard World and at C2E2 is Alien Entertainment. They're a store in Lombard. You can find them online at drwhostore.com, and they are basically the place to go in the Chicagoland area for Doctor Who stuff, because they get a lot. The stuff they get is from England. They get other things as well. They're a fantasy sci-fi store, but their main focus is Doctor Who, and they get all the action figures and toys and audio CDs from Big Finish Productions. They're the folks that I bought my David Tennant and Matt Smith coats from. And I asked them, I told them when they said they were going to be at Wizard World, I told them to save me an 8th Doctor sonic screwdriver, because that's one I had my eye on, and I do support them, the store, as much as I can. And so whenever I go up there to one of the conventions, or if I happen to be in the Lombard area, I will stop in and see something that I like. And I've been wanting to get the 8th Doctor sonic screwdriver for a while. So after I was finished with Adam Hicks, I went over to their booth, and I reminded them that I asked them on Facebook if they were going to save me a 8th Doctor screwdriver, and they forgot to bring any. But however, they did have the newest sonic screwdriver, the 12th Doctor's new sonic screwdriver that had come out recently. And they had I don't remember how many they said they brought with them, but they said they were going pretty fast, and after careful consideration I decided to get this one. You can see it there. It's pretty good. I like it. It's pretty sturdy, and it has the demo batteries still inside, so it's got the little switch there on the front. When you press it up and you press it twice, and if you press it down, there's a nice blue TARDIS blue light, and if you press it down twice, so I like it. I really do. I also got from them the second series box set from Big Finish of the War Doctor's Adventures. That's him right there, the War Doctor, John Hurt, which I've kind of come to like. He's not as... He has his moments. I read the War Doctor story that had come out, and I actually liked his character. He's not, I mean, he is a pretty serious character, but he still has his little whimsical moments. as any incarnation of the Doctor should have, and it's kind of grown on me. And but I was kind of thrown off a little bit because this is the, as you can see, this is the second series, Infernal Devices, the War Doctor Infernal Devices, and I kind of got screwed. It kind of screwed me up a little bit because in the Doctor Who magazine, I'll show you here. This is the big 500 issue. There's Peter Capaldi there on the cover with the Dalek, recreating the cover of the first issue with Tom Baker. You like what I did with the stickers here on the picture there? It came with some free stickers, and you're supposed to stick them on the inside cover picture there. That's what I did. I did that when I got the I actually got a copy of the first issue at a creation convention years and years ago. But I didn't get all the stickers that I was supposed to. So I put what I could on the picture, and the other one, it was a picture of Tom Baker, and he was supposed to go into the corner there like Peter did, but I didn't use him. I wrote a poem in junior high about Doctor Who, and I had to write it out and put a picture there next to it or something, so I used that. I used the Tom Baker picture for my Doctor Who poem in junior high. Don't remember what kind of grade I got on it, but I'll show you. There he is right there. Yeah, this is it. This is what kind of threw me off. Free audio downloads. Big Finish offered 2 free audio dramas to download from their current series of the first series of the War Doctor, Only the Monstrous, 1.1 The Innocent, and the 8th Doctor, Doom Coalition, the 11, yeah. I liked them both, but I liked the War Doctor's adventure a little bit better, so I decided to get his box set when I went up to see the Doctor Who store at Wizard World. And this is what threw me off, because you can see this is the picture that they had. It's the picture from the cover of the second series, but it was the adventure from the first series, Only the Monstrous. So I should have actually, what I really should have gotten was the first series, but I got the second series instead. Which, you know, no harm, no foul, but it just threw me off. So I didn't get the 8th Doctor screwdriver, and I didn't get the first series box set of the War Doctor, so guess you know what that means. Road trip to Lombard. I didn't videotape them at Wizard World and give them a plug like I suppose I really should have done. So maybe when I go up there to get the screwdriver and the box set, I'll bring my video with them and give you guys a little tour of the store, and they can tell you a little bit more about the place, and I can show you just how cool that store really is, because they've got all the character options, figures, and the sonic screwdrivers, and the audio adventures, and they've even got some of the older paperbacks from the Target novelizations of the old series adventures. And still haven't gotten any jelly babies in yet. They used to get Jelly Babies. That was the place I would go whenever I wanted to get some Jelly Babies, and they haven't had them in a long while. Something to do with customs, I think. But more recently, they've been getting Jelly Babies in at Graham Crackers Comics in Plainfield, but they haven't been getting those in either. So I'm experiencing a Jelly Baby shortage at the moment. They have them on Amazon though, so I may have to start ordering them from Amazon. They even got Jammy Dodgers on there too. I've never had Jammy Dodgers before. If I have, I don't remember, because I'm always looking for the Jelly Babies. I remember when I went to Epcot at Disney a few years back, and I was in the British section, and I'm looking all through the stores, and I couldn't find any Jelly Babies. And this was before I had seen any of Matt Smith's episodes, and I found out he was into Jammy Dodgers instead of Jelly Babies, and the British section of Epcot actually had Jammy Dodgers, but no Jelly Babies. But that was okay, because then I went over to Universal for the opening of Harry Potter World, and I went into Honeydukes, and lo and behold, there was a nice big jar of Jelly Babies on the back wall. So I filled up 2 bags full of Jelly Babies. Never mind the booger and vomit beans, I just wanted the Jelly Babies. And I was thankful that the 4th Doctor didn't come swinging in through the window on his scarf and grab the jar and run out. He wouldn't have done that anyway. He's not like that. So anyway, I will be making another road trip to Lombard in the near future, and maybe I'll bring the camera and give you folks a little tour of the store and give them a plug. I may even hunt down the DMK Burger Bar that's somewhere in Lombard. Kelly Maroney, who was in Night of the Comet, one of my favorite 80s sci-fi movies. I'm friends with her on Facebook, and she was talking about how if you've ever seen Night of the Comet, you remember the ending. You remember at the beginning and at the end, the fellow whose initials were DMK, he got the one score on the Tempest game, the Tempest video game, and Regina knocked him out and got all the top 10 scores. And then at the end of the movie, Danny Mason Keener showed up in his new car, and he was the DMK guy. And Kelly found out about this burger bar in Lombard. It's called DMK's, and she was like, "Oh, so that's what he did after the Comet Apocalypse. He opened up a burger bar." And I actually went and found the website, and I posted it on her Facebook page and said I found him, and she gave me a thumbs up. And so I wrote down the address and everything, and so I may track them down while I'm up there and see if their burgers are any good. Maybe I'll give a report on them too.